In today's video, I wanted to share exactly why I love copywriting, why I think it's one of the best opportunities in 2025, and why more people would enjoy living the copywriter lifestyle if they did it the right way. Okay. Now, one of the first things is time freedom because I used to work a 9 to 5 job. I used to have to wake up at a certain time, spend an hour in traffic, give all my day to someone else's dream, and have a little bit of time left for the things I wanted to do. Now, I get to choose my schedule. I get to decide when I work, when I wake up, where I work from. Okay. So having that time freedom, it doesn't matter how much money you're making, that time freedom's everything. I would rather make 50K a year by myself and having all day to do what I want than 150K a year working for someone else, commuting a few hours every day, getting told I'm a good boy by someone else. All right. Essentially, I want to be the boss. I want freedom of time. I want freedom of my schedule. And life's too short to not have time freedom. Okay. Now, the next thing is the money. All right. We're not going to pretend that we don't like the money. It's nice being able to have income elasticity and make more money one month, less money the next month if you want more time. I like that freedom. But I also like that I can earn in multiple different currencies, because if I want to earn in USD and then go spend it in, Balinese rupees or whatever it is over in Bali, then you have that sort of income power. You can make it in a strong currency, spend it in a week. I have clients that pay me in pounds, in euros, in dollars. And so it's cool to be able to have that freedom to be able to switch between those currencies when it suits me best. I make money online, I make money when I want to make money, and I can spend it wherever I want to spend it. Okay, now let's skip ahead to this one because it's on it now. Okay, I love the location freedom. If the UK is pissing me off, there's things I don't agree with, I can, get rid of everything, move to the other side of the world, and nothing changes. My money's still flowing, the income's still the same. And so we have that freedom to be able to choose where we want to be. If I want just a week in Italy, we can have a week in Italy. If I want 3 months in Bali, we can have 3 months in Bali, because it doesn't change how we make the money. And so having that location freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom are obviously the big three. But I want to get into some other things that most people don't talk about that actually create a bigger impact and a more, they're more genuine reasons as to why I love being a copywriter. One is the FU side to it, the fuck you energy. No, I don't want to work with you. That's not aligned. No, I don't want to wake up at that time. You have the power to be able to decide how much money you want to make, how long you want to work for, who you want to work with. And so that FU energy is like worth 10 times more than the money, the time freedom, and the location freedom, because I get to design my days how I want to. And so if I don't want to work on certain projects, I don't like a certain area, I won't. All right. So that FU energy is everything. Now, what does this all feed though? Because if you've got FU energy, you're making good money and you're enjoying your freedom, it means nothing if you're not preparing for your future, because you're one shift, one crash, one change from it all crumbling down. So one of the other reasons why I love copywriting is because I can make more money to feed my investments. Okay, it doesn't matter what asset class you invest in. The more money you make, the more you're going to make with your investments, because you're going to be adding more every single month and it compounds. Okay, so I love being able to know this whole client feeds my investments. Okay, I've got one client that pays my bills, and everything else is either fund money, it's savings money, or it's investments money. Now, I never had that opportunity when I was working a job because my salary barely covered my expenses. But now, having that income elasticity, being able to make money in different currencies, having the freedom to make as much money as I choose based on the time that I want to work, allows me to grow my investment portfolio at a rate that I'm comfortable with. Okay, now that's going to look different for everyone. But if you're not currently investing and you're, 20, 25, when are you going to start? Because the best time was yesterday, and the second best time is today. So you need to make more money so that you can invest more and we can retire younger and have more time freedom. Now, the next thing, right, is just being able to do this from home. Like, my girlfriend's just given birth. I've got a 3-week-old baby, literally 3 weeks old today. And so being able to work from home and spend, half the day with my girls, that means absolutely everything to me. Okay. And being able to be at home, be able to help with cooking, help with cleaning, have cuddles with my baby. Like, most dads only spend 4 hours a week with their kids. I spend 4 hours in the morning with my kid before I even start work, just me and her, And so being at home, being able to be there, to be able to provide, to be able to protect, to be able to just spend time with my loved ones, that in itself is a good enough reason as to why I love being a copywriter. Okay. But the reason why this is super important as well is because once you become dependent on yourself and your skills, you'll never have to go back to a 9 to 5 anyway. Okay, because I've now put in so many reps, I've worked with so many clients, I've got so many results that I will never have to walk back into some entry level, low level job. I'll never have to go back to an office. I've just got this compounding effect where people are going to want to continue to work with me because I'm getting great results for other people. Okay, so the longer you spend as a copywriter, the less likely you're going to have to go back to a job anyway. Because I know that's a big fear for people. They think, I don't want to taste that dream life and then be back in the 9 to 5 anyway. But the more you grow your skills, the less likely that is. Now, I've put a little graph here of time and progress, all right? And over time, your progress just compounds and skyrockets. So the first few years of your copywriting business may be shit. You may be constantly outreaching, constantly getting rejected, but all it takes is one great result from an A player that hangs around with another A player that mentions your name. And now all of a sudden, before you know it, your name's getting discussed in circles that you could have never imagined. And work is coming to you to the point where you're having to turn it away. Okay, so I think if you can endure till the end, you will be successful. Now, what does success look like though? Because we went over the time freedom, the location freedom, the financial freedom, we went over the investments, this, that, whatever. But the main thing is being happy, is being fulfilled. And like I said, if I can spend 4 hours in the morning with my kid, go on a walk, come back and then start answering client messages or then start writing some copy, that's a real good day for me. I'm really happy. I'm fulfilled. And so being able to design my life around the things that mean most to me, that's what I value most. Okay. So whether that's family, whether that's health, gym, jujitsu, I get to architect my workday around those things and not the other way around. Okay. So that fulfillment is what matters most. And that fulfillment is what allows me to be consistent so that I can get the rest of the things anyway. So if you are a copywriter and you want to scale, you want to get, more out of your copywriting journey so you can grow your investments, so you can travel more, so you can spend more time with your family, then just book a call in the description. Use the link, the Calendly link. It's a quick 15-minute discussion just to see if I can help you. It's no pressure either way, so please leave your card at home. This isn't a sales call whatsoever, but I have got some great results for a small group of copywriters that are now living this dream copywriting life, and there's no reason why we can't do the same for you. So book that call, let's chat, and if not, hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll catch you in the next one.